What's going on, guys? Colin here with Red Beans and Dice, and congratulations, you've made it to another one of my videos. You have earned 5 Red Beans and Dice tokens, which are absolutely useless, cannot be traded for anything, and just take up space in your backpack. So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Runebound. So what is this game? It's made by Fantasy Flight. It is going to be the way I like to kind of think of it is a dungeon crawler that is out in the open. So it's very similar to Descent, and they're both made by the same publishers, Fantasy Flight, but you're going to be essentially going over a map with different areas like towns and forests and rivers, and you're going to be going to objective markers and trying to accomplish goals to essentially defeat a M-boss, so to speak. So you're going to be fighting a big evil, a big bad evil that has taken over the land. It's going to be a certain boss type. I think in this one there may be like a necromancer and then like a dragon one. And you're going to go through, you're going to build up your hero. And then the one thing about this that I thought was interesting, it's actually going to be moderately competitive. So it's 2 to 4 players, but each one of the heroes is going to go ahead and try to accomplish as many goals as they can, gain money, gain weapons, essentially making themselves more powerful. And then whoever kills the M-boss or the main evil of the scenario is going to be the winner. So there's going to be a competition to see who can gain more glory, renown, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I am excited to get into this, and I'm excited to play this. So without further ado, let's crack this box open. And just for you guys at home, I like to cut the sides a little bit before I do this. And there was a little bit of glare there from the plastic. I hate that. And hopefully this plastic noise isn't too loud. I always hate watching videos with crinkly plastic. So let's see if I can get this off in time. All right. You know what? I always like the artwork that Fantasy Flight does for these kind of medieval fantasy-esque games. So there is the box. I'll flip it over so you don't get any of that glare and let you look at the back. So it's, like I said, it's set in the same world as Descent. And then this is actually the 3rd edition of Runebound. I failed to mention that in the beginning, but it's been edited a couple of times, so never a bad idea to have the 3rd edition. So as you can see, a lot of the tokens are very similar to Fantasy Flight's Descent. Here's the big map that really, I thought was awesome and amazing. And you're going to get cards, and each one of these little tokens is going to represent a different deck that you draw from. There's going to be little cities along the way, I think 4 of them. And you're going to have items that are in each city that you can draw from. So it's like, oh, I can go over here and accomplish a quest and get 5 gold. And by that point, I should have 7, because I think usually you start out with a couple gold, and then you can go over and grab like some armor or something to make you just a better hero. So let's crack it open. Enough of me talking. Hopefully I don't have too much trouble with these. There we go. Boom. Okay, I'll set that right over here. Okay, so we got some Fantasy Flight stuff. I like looking at these, but it's just, they're trying to get your money. So there's that. We have a Learn to Play. Always good. Always good. So let's check that out. Just give it a quick skim through. I'd imagine it's fairly similar to Descent. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be ability testings, and there's a couple other unique features that I actually thought were pretty cool. Like you don't have dice in this game, you actually have tokens, and you cast them. Kind of just like, they say casting, but you just throw them down like coins, and then whether it's heads or tails, that depicts, or that will basically tell you how much damage you're doing and stuff like that. So as you get better and get different weapons, you get more of these little coins. They're 2-sided, and you just throw them, and however they land, they land. So looked interesting. So, okay. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I think these are the 2 scenarios that you can play through. The one with the dragon, where they're coming to get you, and the one for necromancer. So you do a bunch of little quests, and you try to, eventually you can weaken him or the dragon, and then somebody can try to take him out later on. But it's this little tango dance that you do. So if your opponent goes in and injures him a little more, then you just wait in the cut and then go after it a little bit later and win. So yeah, okay, awesome. Here we go. Got an evil looking orc shaman here, a warrior, a little mage, all the classic medieval guys. So a couple different actions you can take, some of the symbols. Okay, awesome. I won't go into this too much. Got some nice little art there, little rules reference, awesome. And then here we go. This is what I was kind of talking about here. Some of the coins that you get, the little tokens, and you're going to actually flip these over. And depending on what you flip, like on the other side of this one, there might be nothing at all. So you want to go ahead and get the axe symbol, which I believe is a damage point. The enemies are going to start with these tokens right here, I believe, and they start with the same one. So it lets you, it's hard to defeat enemies as you start out because you only, I think, start with like 3 or 4 of these tokens, and they start with a bunch of these. So as you get stronger, you can take on more and more enemies, and then the enemies that you draw from the deck are going to be randomized, and some are going to be a little stronger than others, and then they're going to have different abilities that they can use. I think that they use the surge ability in this, like Descent and Imperial Assault does. So, and then these yellow ones are different from the darker symbols, because if you get whoever has the most yellow symbols when they cast their tokens or whatever, they're going to actually have the initiative and go first. So having a bunch of those when you first go through that is going to be a good thing. And then we got some money here. It's all about money, buying items, making yourself more powerful. So yeah, may not bust into these as they are moderately explanatory. Okay, we have, looks like we have the bosses over here, some of the tokens. Not 100% what these little email things are. Maybe you flip these over after you've accomplished an objective. We got some life tokens. We have, I have no idea what these are, but there is a lot of them. So we got some big money tokens. Booyah. Some life. And yep, put that to the side. Okay, right here, it looks like we have the board, which I am gonna crack open. Okay, so I got it started a little bit. And usually these are a little glossy, so there might be some glare, and I apologize about that. And then, you know, I don't really have, oh, okay, this is a little bigger than I thought, but it's really nice. Good quality there. And then, yep, it's just showing the map. Like I said, there's gonna be a couple different towns. These tokens are always gonna, or these little markers are always gonna have these objective markers on them. So you're gonna go ahead and put a little orange combat one, which usually indicates a fight, but not always. And then you have other ones that might be like magic or searching or going into a dungeon. I'm not 100% sure. You have like strongholds down here. I'm not 100% sure how you determine the starting locations for some of the heroes, but I'm sure the rulebook will explain that. So yeah, as you can see there, really beautiful, really pretty, folds up into 4 nice little pieces, so can't wait for that. Got some of the cards here. Bust into those. And there are a lot of them. Let's see what these are. Okay, we got some enemy cards. Enemy. Looks like some event cards, and I'm guessing that the backs of these are coordinated with the objective markers that you have. So, all right. Got some little story quests that you can go through. These look like some of the objective markers that are on the board. So I'm guessing if you're on that location and you flip over the token, when you get there, you're going to randomly draw one of these cards, and it gives you a couple decisions that you can do, kind of forge your own path. I like that. That's really cool. So we'll check these out. We'll see if there's anything new. Those are the other kind of symbols, maybe for exploring. These are the ones that are mostly combat, so maybe there's going to be a, yeah, here we go. And then as you can see, when they roll the surge right down there, they get to activate one of these. And then it's a 2 to 4 player game. So your opponent is essentially going to, when you draw one of these, they're going to actually cast the tokens or the dice or whatever that you want to call them for the enemy. And then they're going to go ahead and try to do as much damage as they can to you, because obviously they want you to not succeed. So here's some of the enemies that you're going to be fighting. And they all, that guy is from Descent. I remember that guy, the big double-headed ogre looking guy. So got some new enemies for sure. Moonbeam Cat. There he is. All right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like I said, not all of them are or enemies that you're going to have to fight. But there is that. And then we have, looks like some more of these. Not sure if these are for a, yeah, these might be for the necromancer. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these separate because depending on which scenario you play, there might be different cards in there. So I'm not going to get into all of these. That would be a that would be another hour-long video. So, but you can see enemies, situations, a lot of good things going on. I'll try to put these back moderately in order so I do not screw myself over when I play this for the first time. Okay, and we got some smaller cards right in here. Throw that to the side, get my stuff in here. Okay, and these just look like items, artifacts. Let me see here. Okay, we got some. Yeah, you draw cards for your ability. You can essentially, I believe it's called training, and you can go ahead and get back up to your certain amount. I'm not exactly sure how these, there's like a card limit that each hero has specifically given to them. These look like equipment or things that you can possibly buy in the market. So there's going to be cards that you draw, and then there's going to be market cards. I'd say these are probably the market cards. And then these are cards that maybe give you special abilities when you're in a location like that, or, you know, I'm not 100% sure. Just guessing. Do not take me too seriously. So there is that. Oh, and another little thing that popped out here are the stickers. That kind of worries me because I think you got to put these on here, but hey, that might be fun. Who knows? Yeah, so these are actually how you move. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 little squares. We got 5 dice, 5 little strips. You're going to put these on there, and then this is going to indicate whether you can move over the plains. This will just be the plains. This one will be plains and forests. This one will be mountains and forests. This one will be, ooh, I thought this was the mountains. Maybe that's something else, but mountains, ocean, maybe river. Not 100% sure there, but it's just going to, you're going to have 3 dice. You roll it and say you get 3 of these. That means you can cover 3 forest areas or 3 plains areas, and that's your movement. Or if you're just 1 space away, you can move for 1 space and not roll the dice, just to make 100% sure that you don't botch it. So that is that. I have never put stickers on a dice, but today may be my lucky day. All right, let's get into some of the character cards, it looks like. Okay, we got Elder Mock. I think I said that right. Got a little fluff on the back. We got the money that he starts out with. That's, I know that what that is. I think these are going to be his starting abilities right down here, or his starting damage, like his attack power or whatever. And then when you set up, you get to do this, so you gain 1 trophy. And I am not 100% sure what that means, but you'll go ahead and follow that to a T. And then I believe this is where you start. You start out on a location like that, which I'm not 100% sure if that's in a city or something like that. So I'm guessing power, wisdom, wizardry. I don't know. That's a huge guess. And then you obviously have life. I think this is how many cards that he can hold at one time. And then that might be the movement right up there, I believe. So, and then you have your surges you can do, and then a special ability. Once per turn, you may exert to draw 1 skill. So that is that. And then let's look into the Laurel of Bloodwood. Pretty cool looking character there. Got some special abilities. Hold a couple more cards. Not as much life though. Still has the 3 movement. We have the Master Thorn. That's a pretty cool looking model there. A pretty cool looking character, I should say. All right, definitely more eye power yellow goodness right there. So, and I guess everyone's starting out with 2 gold so far. And that's a different icon. So that's pretty cool that they all get to start out in different locations. And then we got Lissa. And it looks pretty balanced here. 3 movement, 9 health. Ooh, one money. She is not flush with cash. So gain 1 battle trophy. Okay, sure. We got Lord Hawthorne, and I really liked his model. When I saw he was actually like a human with a big battle axe and all this stuff, I was a little disappointed actually because his model, which I'll show just right after this, actually kind of reminded me of a black orc that was like wielding a two-handed weapon for like Warhammer Fantasy or whatever. So when I found out it was a human, I thought it was going to be a big orc. I got a little disappointed, not going to lie. But have the starting ability, reach once per combat. After resolving a combat action, you may immediately take another combat action. That is not bad. Okay, and then just more of the special abilities. Move, health, how many cards he can hold. A little bit of fluff. He's got starts out with 3, that's solid. And then obviously he's going to be a damage character, I believe. All right, Corbin. So I thought this guy was a dwarf with a helmet, but it looks like he's just like a rhinoceros dude. So once per hero game, you may spend 1 action to challenge an undefeated hero in your hex. Fight until the hero is dead. If you defeat the other hero, gain 2 gold and 1 trophy. So I'd imagine he is strictly strength and damage, just a guess. And then a lot of health, money, 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 3 cards. Starts in a castle, I suppose, who knows. And then, oh, okay, here we go. I think these are going to be the bosses that I was kind of telling you about. There might be another word for it that I haven't read in the rule book yet. Bosses. Let's see here. Nope, just we'll call them evil bad guys for now. So it looks like we have some of the health, some of its abilities, maybe a little fluff, a little backstory. Yep. So there they are. Really cool art. I like that. Really interesting bosses, and I'm sure there's some expansions that go along with this. Fantasy Flight and their expansions are ridiculous. Okay. Let's check out these models. Okay, and I'm liking them so far. All right, so we have the Hawthorne guys. Sword's a little bent. That'll happen. You can just do one of these. Zerp, zerp. Okay. All right, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. This guy's really interesting. He's got a little drum on his back there, a little skull. Okay, I'll put that over to the side. Then we'll check out the mage. Looking good, looking good. Good detail. They actually, a little more detail than the Descent 2nd edition unboxing heroes that I did. And I like this. This is a really good action pose right here, so. Blood Moon or whatever that lady name was. So okay, and we got this little lady with her little Wolverine claws coming at you. Maybe a tail there. Yep, looks like a tail. So who knows what's going on there. And then we got Rhinoceros Man with his big axe. Well, it's not big, but big compared to him. Okay, so I think that is it. Let me check. See if there's something hiding underneath the box here. Nope. Okay. So that is going to be my unboxing for Runebound. So it is a 2 to 4 player game, but I intend to do a solo playthrough as long as you kind of make sure that you're trying to hurt yourself as much as you can with the monsters that you cast the dice for, the tokens. I don't think that should be a problem. You'll still be getting the same effect. It won't be obviously as fun, but just for getting a video out there, I don't think it should be too bad. So that was my unboxing. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you guys have a great day.